One candidate who's not on the ballot in Nevada making a major reversal. Michael Bloomberg opening the door for some women who have signed non-disclosure agreements to speak publicly about their lawsuits.
This morning, an abrupt about-face for Michael Bloomberg. Under enormous pressure, the former New York City mayor announcing he will release 3 women who filed complaints against him and his company from their non-disclosure agreements. ABC News has reached out to several women involved in complaints against Bloomberg or his company. One of the 3 women was involved in a 1997 lawsuit claiming Bloomberg told her to kill it when she announced she was pregnant.
She thought he would be pleased that she was pregnant. She said that to him, and he said to her, kill it.
Bloomberg settled the case on undisclosed terms. The woman has not commented as to if she will speak out now that she has been released from the NDA. The former New York City mayor pummeled over the issue on the debate stage.
Mr. Mayor, are you willing to release all of those women from those non-disclosure agreements so we can hear their side of the story?
We have a very few non-disclosure agreements.
How many is
Let me
that?
finish.
How many is that?
None of them accuse me of doing anything other than maybe they didn't like the joke I told. And let me put, there's agreements between 2 parties that wanted to keep it quiet, and that's up to them.
Several of the women who signed NDAs with Bloomberg's company telling ABC News they are interested in telling their stories but fear possible retribution. Their attorneys say it's unclear if Bloomberg's offer to release the NDAs will extend to their clients. We tried to get answers from Bloomberg after a campaign stop in Salt Lake City, Utah.
How many NDAs did your company sign? Will you release the women if they tell you they want to be released? Did you really think it was just a bad joke?
With another debate set for Tuesday in South Carolina, Elizabeth Warren making it clear this issue wasn't going away, drawing up a contract herself that Bloomberg could use to release the women from these agreements.
All that Mayor Bloomberg has to do is download it, I'll text it, sign it, and then the women or men will be free to speak and tell their own stories.
And Bloomberg now says after a lot of reflecting, he recognizes NDAs promote a culture of silence in the workplace and contribute to a culture of women not feeling safe or supported, announcing that his company would release those 3 women from their agreements to address complaints about comments they said he made. Dan.
Good to see you pushing for answers there, Eva. Thank you very much. A lot of questions this morning. Let's bring in ABC News political director Rick Klein, who's in Washington this morning. Rick, this news about Bloomberg releasing women from their NDAs, is that going to help him make this story go away, or is it just going to amplify it?
Well, this had to be done, Dan. He was torched by his rivals on that debate stage. And with another debate coming up in just a couple of days in South Carolina, he needed to move past this issue and at least have a good answer. I think the big questions from here, do any of these women come forward, get out of these non-disclosure agreements? What do they say? And is this it? The Bloomberg campaign saying there's only 3 people covered under this narrow category of people that say they were offended by something that Bloomberg said. But there were lots of other people that had separation agreements for lots of reasons. So there could be more to the story. Bloomberg, though, just needs to put this in the rearview mirror.
And he's trying to do that. Let's talk about the big political story of this day, the results coming in later today from the caucuses in Nevada. Bloomberg not on the menu there. How pivotal is this state?
Yeah, mark this day down. Not only is it the first day where a diverse swath of voters get to weigh in, it could be the day that Bernie Sanders takes a delegate lead. And I'll tell you, a lot of Democrats that I'm talking to think he may never surrender that lead because of how well positioned he is beyond this. This may be the last chance to blunt the momentum of a candidate that a lot of Democrats think is not the right choice. So there's a sense of, if not panic, at least concern that this could be a day where Bernie Sanders starts to consolidate that delegate lead, and maybe just the other folks in the race may have a harder time being part of the conversation if he's able to romp. He is heavily favored in the polls. There's also, Dan, a lot of concerns about the first caucus since Iowa. That's almost become a dirty word in Democratic circles, and a lot of concern about reporting problems that could follow the debacle a few weeks ago.
Yes, as we've discussed, Iowa was definitely a dumpster fire. But let's talk about Bernie for a second. As you said, this could be another big day for him potentially. What about these reports that the Russians are intervening on his behalf? How big a problem is that for him?
awkward timing at best and something that raises questions at worst. Look, a lot of Democrats are worried that Bernie Sanders' nomination could hurt the party, and the idea that Russians may be boosting it in some way is just an awful storyline. Bernie Sanders himself raising the possibility that there may be political motivations behind the timing, and he does not like the fact that this headline is out there. He's had to denounce it strongly and answer questions about why it took so long to reveal this.
Rick Klein, great to have you on the show on a Saturday morning. We really appreciate it. I want to remind everybody, ABC News will have complete coverage of the results in Nevada this evening and on our new streaming channel, ABC News Live, beginning this afternoon.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.